I went to say Yizkor prayers today. One of those holy days, mourners threaded by memories of heart and mind, a direct line to loved ones in the world beyond. Ever since the Crusades, Jews have said Yizkor, remembrance, to honor, remember, elevate souls of dead loved ones. Being cleansed by our tears, reciting the El Malei Rachamim in mournful dirge, souls ancient, eternal, transcendent, seem to stream into the space. Our prayers invited a heavenly congregation of wondrous, watching, wise beings, ancestral guides, loved ones who walk with us day and night, easing pain, loneliness, and fright. And somehow in the afterglow of so many souls, beckoned and present, as our praying moments softly came to an end, deepened in the interior channels of heart and soul, walking with dignity the mourner's path of our ancient sages, deepened in knowing death and loss, are truly and evermore interwoven into the mystery and the enigma of being alive, of being human. Our Yizkor service begins on page 28.
Eli, Eli, shelo yigamer leolam, hachol v'hayam, rish rosh shamayim, barak hashamayim, tefillat ha'adam, hachol v'hayam, rish rosh shamayim, barak hashamayim, tefillat Adam. Oh God, my God, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart.
We're now going to take a moment to play a little music recorded by Julie Ivanhoe as we invite you to light your own memorial candles. Susan and I will light ours. I had thought that your death was a waste and a destruction, a pain of grief hardly to be endured. I am only beginning to learn that your life was a gift and a growing and a loving left with me. The desperation of death destroyed the existence of love, but the fact of death cannot destroy what has been given. I am learning to look at your life again instead of your death and your departing. Page 29. Adonai Roi.
Adonai Roi, lo echsar, binot desher b'tzeini, menuchot, ינעלני. נפשי ישובב, ינחני במגלת צדק. ינחני במגלת צדק, למען שמו. גם כי אלך בגיא צמוות, לא אירא רע, כי אתה עמדי. שבטך ומשענתך המה ינחמוני. תערוך לפניי שולחן נגד צורריי. דשנת ושמן ראשי, כוסי רוויה. אך טוב וחסד ירדפוני, כל ימי חיי, כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. אדוני רואי לא אחסר, אדוני רואי לא אחסר.
Do not come when I am dead, for I shall not be there. Where will I be? I will be reflected from the bright eyes of little children, in the smile of a bride under the chuppah, in the flames of Shabbat candles at a family simcha. I will warm your hands through the glow of the winter day. I will soothe you with the drop of the rain on the roof. I will speak to you out of the wisdom of the sages and make your heart leap with the rhythm of a hora. I will flood your soul with the flaming radiance of the sunrise. All these have made me happy. They are a part of me. I shall become a part of them. El Malay Rachamim, I invite you to rise on the bottom of page 29.
El Malay Rachamim, Shachem Mamromim, Amsei Menucha Nechona, Tachat Kanvei Hashchina, Im Kedoshim, Kedoshim Otorim Kezohar Harkia, Matzirim, Linishmod Shahachu leolamim. Barachamim, Barachamim, Yaserem, Beseter Knafav leolamim. Bitzror, Bitzror HaChaim, et Nishmatam. Adonai hu nachalatam, vayanuach meshalom al mishkavam, venomar amen.
Please be seated. And get comfortable for this meditation. Jewish tradition in its wisdom teaches us that between the world of the living and the world of the dead, there is a window and not a wall. Unfortunately, our culture of scientific materialism teaches that dead is dead, and after death, the channels of communication between us and our loved ones who have died are forever ended, a brick wall. But like the rituals of Shiva, Kaddish, and Yartzeit, Yizkor opens windows to the unseen worlds of the dead. Yizkor creates a sacred space and time wherein we can open our hearts and minds to the possibility of a genuine interconnection with beloved family members and friends who have left behind the world of the living. Yizkor is a window. Prepare to open that window. I invite you to close your eyes. Let your senses and imagination serve as the vehicle of interconnection. For whom are you saying Yizkor today? Can you imagine that person's face before your eyes? See their smile. Visualize how they might be carrying their body standing next to you. To recall the sound of their voice. Hear their words as you pray. Feel their presence right in this moment. In your mind, in your heart, allow a conversation between the two of you to unfold. What needs to be communicated this year? What's the message you need to hear today? What are the silent prayers of the heart? What remains unspoken? Speak. Listen. Take your time. There is no reason to hurry. This is a timeless moment. Let all the radiance of their love be with you right now.
Yitgadol ve'yitkadosh Shemei Rabbah ve'amad yivrach chirutei ve'amlich machatei b'chayechon uve'yomechon uve'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Ki ata imadi, for you are here with me. Ki ata imadi, for you are the sea are separate and connected. You are gone, but still by my side. As the seasons must change, to dust we must return again. But love, love, love never dies. For you are here with me. Kieta imadi. For you are here with me.
I grew up with a message in my head that I could do or be anything that I dreamed of, that my gender had nothing to do with my potential, that there were no career paths denied to me, that I would study and study some more and figure out how I would make my mark. That was the message in my head. Only a generation before, my mother grew up with a different message in her head. Graduating Phi Beta Kappa, completing a master's degree by age 22, the message she received was still, find a good man, get married, settle down, and have children, period. In the 20 plus years that separated our birth, the women's movement happened. She was on the wrong side of it because it turned out that the good man, the settling down, and the children were not what she wanted or needed. But she was stuck. I, on the other hand, had real choices, and it turns out I owe those to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So on Yom Kippur Yizkor 5781, I pray especially for the woman whose legacy will live on for every woman in America and the son of every woman in America, who must, every one of us, be grateful that a woman such as she lived in our times. We continue with Kaddish, found on page 25. I invite you to rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'yechon v'yom echon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala v'zman kariv v'meru, amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lomei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'el kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen.
Oh, shalom, shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh shalom, shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen.
This concludes our Yizkor service. Please join us at 5:15 for Ne'ilah on this same link.
Ratzo vashov, ebb and flow. 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 Here I am again for the very first time. Ratso vashov, ebb and flow. Here I am again and again. Ratso vashov, ebb and flow. Where have I been? Where am I going to? Counting the days to the ebb and flow. Where have I been? Where am I going to? Counting the days to the ebb and flow.
Welcome to Ne'ilah. This will be our concluding service of these high holy days. After Ne'ilah, stay with us for Havdalah. The Ne'ilah service is found on page 30 of our Machzorim. And we begin. Open the gates of our hearts, open the gates of our minds, open the gates of our spirits, so we may find our way to your presence. Pitchu li sha'ar. Open the gates of our compassion, open the gates of our empathy, open the gates of our ecstasy, so we may be worthy to enter the Holy of Holies. Pitchu li sha'ar. Open the gates of our eyes, open the gates of our hands, open the gates of our will, so we may do your work in the world. Pitchu li sha'ar. Open the gates of prayer, open the gates of repentance, open the gates of teshuvah, so we may remember that we are Yisrael. Pitchu li sha'ar.
Zachreinu l'chaim, melech hafetz b'chaim, v'chodveinu b'sefer ha'chaim, l'manacha Elohim chaim, melech ozer, Moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah. Amen.
On these holy days, each person should try to reach in 3 directions: inside, outside, and upwards. Inside, to discover who he or she really is; outside, towards other people; upwards, towards God. And the wonder is that whenever we reach in any one direction, we make contact with all 3. Bottom of the page, Adonai, Adonai.
Adonai, Adonai El Rachum, V'chanun. Adonai, Adonai El Rachum, V'chanun. Erech apayim, V'rav chesed, V'emet. Notzeh chesed, La'alafim, Nosei avon. Vafesha v'chata v'nakeh. Adonai, 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 Adonai El Rachum v'chanun. Adonai, Adonai El Rachum v'chanun. Erech apayim v'rav chesed v'emet. נוצר חסד לאלפים, נושא עוון. ופשע וחטא ונקה. אדוני, 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 אדוני אל רחום וחנון. אדוני, אדוני אל רחום וחנון. ערך אפיים דרך חסד ואמת. נושא חסד לאלפים, נושא עוון. ופשע וחטא ונקה. אדוני, Adonai.
Once we have atoned, it is time for us to stop carrying our mistakes and errors of judgment with us, like a weight dragging us ever backward. Once we have truly made teshuvah and the gates of Yom Kippur have closed, when the shofar sounds at the conclusion of the Ne'ilah service, we can leave behind our old sins and move ahead to new opportunities for growth and improvement. Our task, to paraphrase Rav Kook, is to make our old selves new and to make our new selves holy. Page 31.
Ki anu amecha ve'ata malkeinu. Anu vanecha ve'ata avinu. Anu nachatecha ve'ata goraleinu. Anu tzonecha ve'ata ro'enu. Anu karmecha ve'ata notreinu. Anu rayatecha ve'ata dodenu.
Ashamnu is the blindness of a secret. It says to God, I did not know, and to ourself, I reveal what is hidden and buried deep. Bagadnu is the treachery of concealment. It says to God, I have been masked in the dark, and to ourself, I will look upon myself anew and not waver. Gazalnu is the ransom paid for silence. It says to God, I was a prisoner undone by my own chains, and to ourself, I am no longer willing to put a price on my life. Dibarnu dofi is the tongue that lashes out at our own honesty. It says to God, I was not present to the spirit you put in me, and to ourself, I am done making excuses and assailing my own soul. He'avinu is the distortion of mercy by sin. It says to God, I acknowledge that my bending to injustice was neither a blessing nor benevolence. And to ourself, I hereby redraw the boundary of my world so that I am justly at the center. Virshanu is the wrong we have done others as we have wronged ourselves. It says to God, my loss of self resulted in the loss of love and relationship. And to ourself, as I regain my sense of self, so may I regain my alignment with all that I love in myself and community. Zadnu is the presumption of guilt. It says to both God and ourself, I renounce self-judgment and am ready to rejoin my people exactly as I am, and by your peace restore myself and all of creation. We rise for Ashamnu, bottom of page 31. Ashamnu,
Ashamnu,
Bagadnu,
Bagadnu,
Gazalnu,
Gazalnu,
Dibarnu Dofi,
Dibarnu Dofi,
Evinu,
Evinu,
Vehirshanu,
Vehirshanu,
Zadnu,
Zadnu,
Hamasnu,
Hamasnu,
Tafalnu Sheker,
Tafalnu Sheker,
Yatsnu Ra,
Yatsnu Ra,
Kizavnu,
Kizavnu,
Latsnu,
Latsnu,
Maradnu,
Maradnu,
Niatsnu,
Niatsnu,
Sararnu,
Sararnu,
Avinu,
Avinu,
Ashanu,
Ashanu,
Sararnu,
Sararnu,
Kishinu Orev,
Kishinu Oreh,
Rashanu,
Rashanu,
Shichatnu,
Shichatnu,
Tiavnu,
Tihavnu,
Tainu,
Tahinu,
Titanu.
Titanu.
Eternal our God and God of all ages, we have gone astray, we have sinned, we have transgressed. Please be seated. In this responsive prayer in Hebrew, Kain Yehi Ratzon, may it be God's will, after each of the three lines. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, barecheinu b'bracha hamshuleshet haktuva b'Torah, yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken yehi ratzon,
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
Ken yehi ratzon,
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken yehi ratzon.
When people come to you for help, do not turn them off with pious words saying, "Have faith and take your troubles to God." Act instead as if there were no God, as though there were only one person in all the world who could help you. And that is you, Martin Buber.
Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amelcha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha.
Avinu Malkeinu, I invite you to rise until the final shofar blast. The reading in English on the bottom of page 32, the response, source of life, hear our prayer. Source of life, teach us how to make this new year a new beginning. Heart of the universe, show us how to grow when harshness enters our life. Breathing spirit of the world, help us to accept what we must accept. Fire of our souls, guide us to change what must be changed. Source of life, hear our prayer. Source of life, teach us how to face disease and death. Heart of the universe, show us how to enjoy the gift of life. Breathing spirit of the worlds, help us to nurture those who are ill. Fire of our souls, guide us on a path towards peace with our enemies. Source of life, hear our prayer. Source of life, teach us how to make the world a better place for all creation. Heart of the universe, show us how to make amends for our wrongdoings. Breathing spirit of the worlds, help us to learn from the past. Fire of our souls, guide us down the path of freedom and peace for all. Source of life, hear our prayer. Source of life, teach us how to be good neighbors. Heart of the universe, show us how to be good friends. Breathing spirit of the worlds, help us to be good lovers. Fire of our souls, guide our actions to be good partners. Source of life, hear our prayer. Source of life, teach us how to be good children. Heart of the universe, show us how to be good parents. Breathing spirit of the worlds, help us to be good people. Fire of our souls, guide our hearts to treat all people as your people. Source of life, hear our prayer. Source of life, receive our prayers. Heart of the universe, write our names in the book of life. Breathing spirit of the worlds, help us to be worthy of the lives we are given. Fire of our souls, guide us towards unity with universe.
Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu masim.
In a few moments, we will arrive at the final Tekiah Gedolah with Sarah Ventry. Those of you who blow shofar, I invite you to get ready. We will not be able to hear you, but you will be able to sound the shofar in your own homes. Continue in the middle of page 33. Yitkadal v'yitkad Shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'galav izman kariv imaru, amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam, ul'almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitromam, Vidnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'yimaru amen. Titkabel tzolotchon uva'utchon dechol Yisrael kadam avuchon divishmaya v'yimaru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. With the mind, one can travel great distances without leaving the chair. With the ears, one can connect to something that is happening far away. The sound of the shofar takes me from the mundane world to a holy place. It connects me to it just by the sounding alone. It reaches into me and goes past my defenses and simply takes me there. The shofar's call is both a reminder and a tonic. I find it happens without any effort on my part. It is a mysterious gift, this commandment to sound the shofar. We have to make the effort to ensure the commandment is fulfilled. But then we get to have the blessing that results from bathing in that sound. I find myself both inspired and nourished by this ancient holy call. I do not believe I will ever understand it, really. I just feel grateful for its power to take me somewhere I cannot go by myself. Satu Ferenc. So as we conclude this portion, we have our chants. We have the Shema one time, full voice, and then the Baruch Shem Kavod 3 times, Adonai Hu HaElohim 7 times. And note that all other times of the year, Baruch Shem Kavod is said in a whisper, but at the end of Yom Kippur, we sing it full voice. And after that, we turn to Sarah Ventry for Tekiah Gedolah.
My Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Adonai Hu Elohim, 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 Adonai Hu Elohim.
Tekiah Gedolah. Shana Tova. Lishana Haba Birushalayim, next year in Jerusalem, as we conclude these high holy days with Havdalah. And we have Josh and Rebecca helping us this evening with the 3 parts of the Havdalah set, the Kiddush and the candle and the spice box. So Susan and I will sing the blessings, and Josh and Rebecca will hold up the items when we get to those parts. So everyone at home, please join with us. Page 34. We begin with a nigun. La 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 Kiddush cup. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen lai 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 spice box. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Ya, la, lai, 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 lai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh lai 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 ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hama'il ben kodesh lechol Hama'il ben kodesh lechol Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechoshech ben Yisrael amim ben yom hashvi l'sheshet yemei hamaseh Baruch atah Adonai Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol Chatoteinu yimchol Zarenu v'chaspenu yarbe kachol v'chakochavim balayla Shana tova, 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 Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimhera ve'yameinu, Yavo Eleinu, Imashiach ben David, Imashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishmi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi. There is so much going on at Congregation Nefesh, so be sure to check the newsletter every Sunday. And please, if you have not yet made your donation, we really depend on your generosity. Shana Tova to everyone. Thank you to all who have participated in the planning, in the preparation, in the execution of these High Holy Day services. From Susan and I, we say,
Shana Tova.
And we'll see you Friday night for Sukkot Shabbat under the stars.
At 5:30.
5:30.